in what is the 6th year of the Mayor's Fellowship in the Arts for the City of Atlanta. And it's a very exciting evening because we have some great fellows that we're recognizing tonight. And I must tell you that of the 3 years I've been involved, this has definitely been one of the most difficult choices that we've had to make. We had some excellent candidates, and for any of you out there who applied, we want to tell you that you were in great company, and we wish we had had more money, but we didn't, and so we did what we could. I'd like to recognize the host and hostess of this evening's event, and I'd like to recognize Alan and Sally McDaniels. Alan's around somewhere. A little history. I met Alan when I did Leadership Atlanta, and we came here for a few parties, and they made the mistake of saying, Harriet, if you ever need to use our house or need any help. And so one day I just called up, and they were very gracious and agreed to allow us to do this here. And it's a very beautiful home, but more importantly, they are not just art patrons, but lovers of the arts, and are very committed and active in our community. And so we feel very fortunate to be able to be here and sharing this very wonderful experience with them tonight. So thank you very much.
Pleasure. Thank you.
We also have Rob Pitts with us from the City Council, and I want to recognize him in particular because it is the elected officials along with the mayor who make all the things that we do at the Bureau of Cultural Affairs possible. So we thank Rob for coming and for being with us this evening. And is Victor here? I'm sorry. Yes, and Victor Masley, the other person who, one of the other 18.
Yes, Councilman. That's right.
Right there.
I'm sorry. And Betsy Baker, who's the Commissioner of the Department of Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs, who guides us through all the stormy weather and the good weather and helps make things great. And I don't want to leave out the woman who's done all the work to really make this evening happen, and that's Emily Allen on my staff, who manages our grants, and I want to recognize her. Thank you very much.
It really didn't make it easy. We didn't have to do anything. That's fine.
Hey.
But that did.
We have with us this evening a number of other fellows, and we appreciate you coming and sharing this wonderful experience with us. I want to recognize now the 3 fellows for this year, and I want to read a little bit about them. And they have incredible histories, each and every one of them. And we had planned to do it a number of different places, and we've kind of made some last-minute changes. So I want to tell you that their work, or a little bit of their music, very little in someone's case, and their films or whatever are here tonight, and we will tell you where you can go and look at what they've done so that you can get a sense of the richness of what they bring to Atlanta, because that's exactly why we're recognizing them, because of their commitment to our city, and we feel very fortunate. Lala? The first person I want to recognize is Gayla Jameson. And wonderful history, and she has brought with us to us tonight a video of her work, which is down in the pool house, and I encourage each and every one of you to see it. As the panel looked at the work that she had put together, we were all so very impressed with the depth of it, the commitment, her understanding of the community, and her sense of wanting to give to us something that we might not see about ourselves through film, and I think that that is very important. She has been 12 years in our community, and she has a long history of being a founding member, the executive director, and a board member of Image Film and Video. And now she is a documentary filmmaker. Her goal as a filmmaker is to maintain high level of quality and achievement in film while making non-commercial film available to the general public.
There you go.
Further. Her current work is an independent documentary film called Scraps of Life, and it focuses on women folk artists in Chile. And we found that film to be very inspirational, and so we want to thank her for her commitment to the media side of the art world and recognize her as one of our recipients. And the mayor will present you with your $5,000 award.
Thank you very much.
Our next recipient is Alvin Singleton. We will all do this right. We'll come close together with this film. Alvin's bio was really long, and I went through and struck and edited, and I didn't really know where to begin. But he has been one of the most significant and versatile composers that we have had the opportunity to be blessed with. And he has performed at his music has been performed at major music festivals in Vienna and Rotterdam and Brussels and Paris, and the list goes on and on. And he has had some incredible composition pieces that have been on stage, including the opera Dream Sequence in '76 and the satirical Necessity as a Mother in 1981. He came to my knowledge when he was with the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra as the composer in residence from '85 to '88. And we managed to keep him in Atlanta while he holds that same position at Spelman College, and we feel very fortunate that he's committed to our city and willing to stay with us. So we want to recognize him today and say thank you, and we hope you stay around for a long time.
Thank you.
And our last fellow, Chris Walker, a humble, gentle young man who comes to us with tremendous spirit, and sometimes we don't always understand what artists have to say, but he's figured out a way to do that in his pictures. The work of photographer Chris Walker is a subject which deals with social, cultural, and political issues. Mr. Walker manipulates the print surfaces by using paint, pigments, ink, and charcoal. It is an attempt to infuse the print with the contradiction of contemporary life and to challenge and extend the perimeters of the medium. He's got an incredible future, and right now he's involved in the AIDS Art Auction, a program that brings visual artists and the AIDS patients together to create collaborative works. And I think that's so important because he's seen an opportunity and he sees it and he's moved forward with it, and he has lots of courage. And so beyond his ability to capture our society, with photography, he's seen an opportunity to talk to us about the social issues, and we are extremely pleased to have him as our fellow this year.
Thank you very much.
In honor of this occasion, this is the hardest part for me. The mayor probably doesn't know it, but we are counting like this is the last time, Andy does X with us or Y with us. And whether he knows it or not, we are going to miss him because he has given us, the Bureau of Cultural Affairs, tremendous opportunities. He opened the door for me and he said, go, seek, find, and do what you will. And we have tried to do everything that we possibly could to increase the opportunities for artists in the arts world. And as we were about to embark upon today's occasion, we thought, what could we do? And so my mind immediately came to Pearl Cleage, who I want to introduce you to, an early fellow who wants to know when we're going to give her additional money, since we only gave out $2,500 in the early days. But we didn't know really how to say to him how much we appreciate everything he's done for the arts. And in his own quiet way, he's been a very strong presence for us. So we called upon Pearl, who I'm not sure how to describe. I'm not sure whether it's her words or her actions, but it is the woman in total. And she has prepared for us today something that we'd like to present to the mayor that says how we feel about what he has given to this city. And we've made some copies of what she's put together. We want to share them with you and ask Pearl to read.
Genius Child for Mayor Andrew Young. This is a song for the genius child. Sing it softly, for the song is wild. Sing it softly as ever you can, lest the song get out of hand. Nobody loves a genius child. A poem by Langston Hughes, African-American writer. Nobody loves a genius child. Until later, until much later, when they've killed the spirit and tamed the wildness and cut its hair and washed its face and gotten it a straight job where the best you can hope for is an early lunch and the pursuit of someone else's dream. This is a song for the genius child. Sing it softly, for the song is wild. This is a song for all the genius children in our midst, constantly, unavoidably, beautifully. This is a song for those whose ears can hear it and for those whose ears cannot. For those who are searching so hard to find the truth and tell it, and for those who are still inclined to listen. This is a song for the genius child, dreaming and scheming and trying to do the work that matters, looking in to try and find a way out, listening for the truth in all the babbling about things and things and things that don't matter and won't matter no matter how many times they try to tell us different. This is a song for the genius child. A marching song, a mourning song, a freedom song, a loving song, a shriek and a croon and a wailing at the moon. A lullaby and a mating call, a blues in the night and a string quartet and a bird who only sings in darkness. This is the song of the genius child. walking in our midst, trying to look regular, trying to act normal, trying not to look so wild so we won't be scared off before we have time to look and to listen and to make a move toward where the light is coming from. This is a song to celebrate the brightness of their light, the specificity of their vision, the absolute clarity that only comes with looking for the truth and at it without blinking or blushing or pretending. This is a song to find us and to bind us and to connect us to each other, one by one and each to each, as artists and as those who love artists, which is different from those who love art only when it appears safely sanitized and censored, apart from the living, breathing messiness that is there at the creation of anything worth being called by its proper name. This is a song for the genius child and for those who are here to sing it and have the courage to sing it loud.
All right.
Presented to Mayor Andrew Young by the City of Atlanta, Bureau of Cultural Affairs on March 29, 1989, for his exemplary support of the arts in Atlanta on behalf of all the genius children.
I tell you, this is the most flattered I think I've ever been. Because I don't think of myself in any of these terms. I think of myself as an honest Philistine that doesn't mind calling junk junk, and that doesn't think that all of the great art is European, all of the great plays have to come out of New York, or all of the films have to come out of Hollywood, and I guess I get upset with people who are content to imitate the past and not understand that we are creating a future here in Atlanta. And one of the things that I think Cultural Affairs has done that I'm very, very proud of, and that is to try to make this a place where artists feel at home and where artists can come and be a part of the exciting coming together of people of all kinds and classes and races as one family in this city, and then create something out of that that will define what the art of Atlanta is. And so we have been really honored to have so many people be a part of the creativity of this city. And I just think it's wonderful to be able to honor these three. There are many, many more, and hopefully this is one project that we can continue and even expand. And I would like to say that I won't be the mayor next year, but I will be in politics somewhere. And the more I travel around this state, the more I realize that it's not just in Atlanta, that there's a creative environment emerging that's melding the past and the present and helping us to create a future. And it's just a wonderful time to be here and to see what's going to happen. And thank you all for making it happen. God bless you.